Good morning, this is Pixie, doing a video. So I think it's at level 1 now. If you got a mask on occasion, you've got to wear it, yeah. Just to reduce any risk factors. There's just so many viruses out there anyway. Worst case scenario, you catch 2 viruses, get the corona mixed with something else. It really knock you down. But at the moment my chest feels slightly heavy and I'm not too sure why. Feel like I've breathed in some dust or something. Kind of aches a little odd, so I don't know what's going on there. Could be that I've done some certain exercises and it's just aching from them exercises. I was trying to strengthen muscles and things, so it could be that. I generally don't feel ill, sort of tired on occasions. So yeah, it's just a thought on corona. This is kind of going out there, but if you've got places like Lock and Store or these places where you secure units, that they could be used as isolation areas really. If you bought a company's building or the government said, right, we need to use it, you could have them in each room. I mean, they're pretty dark rooms though, that's the only issue. It's like being in prison. But at least it would isolate a group of people. Or if you're going to do something where you do like a herd immunisation or a sort of herd, something like that, a reference they use for it, where you get a load of healthy people and you put them there, and you put somebody who's got a mild form of it, and so they catch it, they recover, and they can go back out in the community, and that would be a quick way to build up some immunity. And then there's issues, would you be putting people's health at risk? I don't think particularly. If the candidates volunteered and the candidates knew they were healthy and fit enough to deal with the virus in their mind, and also that you're minimising some of the risks of the virus by having a more mild strain and trying to get that to be spread, and then you can monitor the effects of it as well. So there's different options there, but are we running out of time? That's the thing. So I mean, look at putting things in order. See, it's not, the problem's not with the virus necessarily. The biggest problem is resources. People are mass buying things. Like yesterday, I went for a client. I said to you, "Do you want some milk?" He said, "Well, I got some milk. I got toilet rolls if they haven't got it." I went to the shop, no toilet rolls. Went to another shop and there was a woman clutching a 9 rolls of toilet rolls. She was looking for a cheaper option, but she wouldn't give it up, and so she bought that, and there was nothing else apart from there was some kitchen roll, and yeah, I'd imagine these firms that sell the toilet paper are rolling it now. They're probably thinking, brilliant, keep knocking them out, we're making loads of cash here. There's going to be some other issues that someone raised, which is quite true. Crime, people will start stealing toilet rolls from public vendors, and sanitised gel, rip that off the wall, soap. So you'll end up in places they won't have any resources to wash your hands or look at, because there's a lot of people that are very selfish. That's just the way it is. Their survival instinct is, I put myself first, because if I don't, someone else will. And so they act upon that instinct, and you have to a certain degree. Like yesterday, I had a Barnet, my neighbour, and he just started putting tables near my front door, and I got a bit pissed off of it, and so I just moved them. I gathered they were his, and I just moved them, and I put them into this other room, but the top of one of them fell off, and it started clanking, and he come out of his door, and I moved it into like the electric room. He went, "Whoa," and then I said, well, if they're yours, it should be in your effing flat. And he said, keep me in your flipping flat, because he was trying to make out that he was doing some repair or job on it, on the glue. And I thought, what, 3 tables? So you glue in one leg and you've got to stick 3 tables out the front. But he's just a liar, it's one of these things, if he opens his mouth, it's probably a lie, so I just don't worry about it. Yeah, well, at least I've sort of addressed that. But this kind of, it's going to be quite common, if you've got problematic people in your life, and you're put with a threat, you've got to choose. Are you going to just take it off them, or are you going to say, right, no, and then just get on with whatever you're going to do? Because these people hold you back, these people will put you at risk, and these people will waste your time. So you just have to find the right tactic to deal with them. You don't need people that are just leeches. You don't need a leech on you, because you need your resources for your family. That's family first, and that's the focus really. I mean, strength of communities is much increased. I mean, I was speaking to a client who's blind, and you know, she's all right, but she's had clients that have been very supportive. She had someone, a stranger, who literally took her under her arm and took her to where she needed to go. She said, well, she didn't have to do that, but she appreciated that she was going there anyway. That's what she said. So, and that she's trying to reach out and, you know, take care of people that are vulnerable is a good thing for people that are driven that way. But there's going to be other people that are driven towards the dark side of that, and then they would like to take advantage of vulnerable people because they don't see them as valuable as themselves, which is always concerning, but it's quite true. There's a lot of odd things out there. So, rocks. And it's just that dealing with the chaos of people losing it. So, yeah, be careful to manage conflicts. A bit like this person, he's done what he's told, so I don't have to get him fast. And if I do see him, I say, look, sorry, I lost my rag. There's a lot of things going on that I need to deal with, and then leave it at that. But I just need to distance myself from toxic people because I've got a toxic environment to deal with. I don't need to deal with toxic social issues, which is quite important. And it's interesting, I was watching some prepper videos and how true they are at some points. And there was even one that kind of touched upon the coronavirus, talking about viral pandemics, and sort of protective suits and people paying out for them, and things that go up through the roof soon. So at least I think I've got a lot of masks. I've got some permanent gloves if I need them. I've got these, like I say, these washing up gloves, I guess you'd call them, the marigolds and black ones. They're actually good for outdoor purposes as well. And possibly I need to stock up a supply of gloves and hand gel and stuff before that becomes an issue. If that becomes an issue, then yeah, it's problematic. So yeah, because otherwise if it's short of supply, I have to basically substitute my own. However, my firm hasn't had a problem with that, because I think they realise that every man to the pump, basically. You know, you can't be complacent. Complacency is what's going to get you killed. And there's still a lot of things closing down. And I guess for me, at least the advantage of I can still work, because I can say, well, there's vulnerable people, unless their family can step in and look after them. You know, I need to be proactively looking out for them. So that's probably the best move in that sense. And also, like, guarantees an income. So, you know, if you have got a sort of zero contract work, maybe switching over to doing some kind of care role work in this pandemic situation may actually keep you going, because at least you get paid and you also get appreciated for the support you give to people. People go, thank you for your support. Or the fact of wearing a mask, doesn't matter if I got infected or not infected, they feel that at least I'm showing I care about them, or I'm taking it seriously, or whatever they wanted to read into it. It's reassurance at some level. That's quite important as well. But you're going to deal with other weird behaviour, selfish behaviour. I think drivers are a little bit different. They're sticking their cars' noses out all the time, trying to get by and squeeze through and stuff. I'm trying to think of anything else I need to give you information-wise. Yeah, I mean, if you've got a house and you've got a spare room, maybe you want to turn that into a bit of an isolation room, just like set that one up. And you may want to stick some sort of plastic sheeting over the door. So if one of your family members get ill, which could happen, it could be your son, it could be your mum, it could be anyone really, you have somewhere they could go that they're going to be safe, and so you want it sort of well ventilated away from the rest of the house. And possibly if you had a bed and you had a shower curtain around it, that might be quite good. Sounds a bit creepy, but that would guarantee some sort of containment, and it's easy to clean as well. and yeah, just a general shield. Then people will say these masks are not effective, but I think they're more effective than no mask. No mask is not really an option, is it? It's kind of like just, oh well, let's not bother. Or you could say, I shouldn't wear gloves, I could just wash my hands. I mean, you could do that, but how is it worth the gamble? So the issue is that air can get around the sides of it. It doesn't stop things going in my eyes, so they say, membranes in my eyes. Or so, and there's probably a resistance to penetration. As I'm breathing, I'm pulling things in the mask slowly. And if this thing can live 3 days outside the body, could I stop it? But then I could spray the mask and put something on. After use, you could probably put it on, just put it in a microwave for so many seconds. You'd have to figure out, you don't want to burn your mask, obviously, because that wouldn't be clever, because then you can't use it. But if you put it on for a small period of time, hopefully microwave radiation would possibly kill it off. But that's not really, I can't fully say, but I can say that using a microwave is not a pleasant thing for an organism. But it depends how resilient it is and so on. And also, can it live on other organisms? It's a virus. It might be not limited to humans. It's just the effect on humans could be more catastrophic. You've got birds, for instance. Imagine you found out that birds were transmitting it around the place. I mean, I'm not saying you should fear animals, but be aware that some disease-carrying animals have the potential to carry other viruses, including the corona. Anyway, this is Pixie Sign. I think I will speak.